Good morning and welcome to a rather miserable Tuesday morning. We are in the depths of the Forest of Dean, but it's quite an exciting day because we are here with YT Industries. We're going to be riding the brand new Jeffsy, an updated trail bike for 2023. Brings in a bunch of cool updates. So let's have a look at the new bike and we'll do some riding. That's the brand new YT Industries Jeffsy, and so the brand has brought basically the same ideas that they came up with the original Jeffsy, but they furthered that concept a little bit. So it's designed to be your best friend. So this is meant to be an all-rounder, so it's good at a bit of everything. With that, there are some fresh changes to the frame, so let's take a quick look at those first. So the biggest change that you're going to see on the 2023 Jeffsy is this little door. So it's downtube storage basically, and in there you've got a couple of bags, and this all comes with the carbon bikes. So this bike here is the Core 5, the proper posh one, and yeah, there is a good bit of downtube storage. But what YT has done here, they haven't just cut a hole in a downtube, they've made sure that the inside of the frame is perfectly smooth and beautiful, and there are walls built into the downtube, so you'll never go about losing your stuff or losing your car keys in the head tube, for example. Up here we have some top tube storage, so there's plenty of storage around this bike. To be honest, it's looking rather good. Other frame features, YT likes a quiet bike, and around the frame it's just a ton of protection. So down here we have a special downtube cover, but it's not just a bit of plastic. So inside is a bit of foam, and then there's a bit of plastic, so if a rock does come up and bash your downtube, hopefully you wouldn't hear it. But this is completely replaceable, and replacements are available aftermarket. That's proper nice. And over here, to boost quietness even further, we've got a chainstay protector that dampens sound, and also, you know, it protects the chainstay. It's also a cool seat stay protector. Moving on to the changes of this bike. So again, this is still a Jeffsy, so things haven't changed too much, but they have progressed a little bit. But I think the most exciting thing here is that the brand has changed how it looks at the seat tube angle. So across the size range, the actual seat tube angles change as from small to large, all with the aim of achieving the same effective seat tube angle. So all bikes should have a 77.8 degree effective seat tube angle, but things change from size to size. As we're on back geometry, up front we've got a 65 degree head tube angle, and then we've got a 475mm reach on this large frame, so things have changed a little bit. And I don't know the numbers specifically, but there are somewhat size specific chainstays. So on the small, medium, large, there's a smaller chainstay. On the extra large and extra large, there's an even longer chainstay. I'll see if I can get some numbers and put it down here somewhere. So this is the Core 5 top bling model. We've got some really cool kit. So we've got the Fox 36 Cashmere fork, that's 150mm travel, and at the rear we've got the Fox Float X factory Cashmere. It's all rather nice. That's 145mm travel, and what the brand has done here is boosted anti-squat to 100, or I don't know if it's boosted, but anti-squat is 105%, and it's quite a progressive kinematic. As for shifting, we've got proper posh SRAM XO, so that's new transmission stuff. It looks rather good in this colour, I'd say, and usually the SRAM transmission will come with a pod shifter, and for YT that would be a cheaper option, but Marcus Flossman, the head honcho of YT, doesn't like pod, so this bike gets the old axis shifter that we've seen before, and this is a huge plus, I think, because I believe that these shifters are just far more ergonomic. I'm not the biggest fan of pod myself, but yeah, I'm really happy to see these here. And on the lower end bikes, it gets the slightly it gets the shifter that doesn't come with this bit. Still great to see. I'm really happy with that. What else have we got? So we have Maxxis Minion DHF and DHR tyres with the very latest Exo Plus casings, and then we've got a pair of Crank Brothers Synthesis alloy wheels. And so rather than going for carbon, YT wants this bike to be super reliable. Unfortunately, carbon can crack, so you know, if you're coming around a corner on a trail that you've never ridden before, YT doesn't want you to, you know, hit a rock garden, destroy a rim and end your ride. Instead, alloy obviously bends, and so every bike in the range comes with alloy wheels. That's some people might be a bit disappointed with that, but personally, that's wheels are wheels. And these, I quite like this wheel set. So they're tuned, so the front end has less spokes, a fatter width, where the rear gets more spokes and a thinner width. So the front should be a bit more compliant, whereas the rear should be stiffer and should roll a bit better because it will make the tyre a bit rounder. What else have we got to talk about? Right. There's an all new dropper post from YT, the YT introduced Postman. This is quite cool. So what's done here, as you can see, is that the bolts are on either side of the saddle. Oh, sorry, either side of the head, which also gets a lower stack. But the whole idea of having the bolts here is that when you adjust your saddle, you're not knocking the Allen keys against the seat tube stanchion. So it should stay nice and clean and fuss free. It's also an adjustable dropper post. So while I would personally like to see a little bit more travel, you know, there's a lot poking out here, you can lower the travel using shims, possibly similar to what we've seen on the Canyon and P&W Components droppers. And also, of course, from a YT bike, this comes with a water bottle. All bikes come with a water bottle on a cage. This is a 600ml bottle. It's probably cool to see. And yeah, I think that is everything. So, right, so that is all of the bike basically. We are now off to Riska, which is on the backside of Kumkan. It's proper rad. So yeah, let's go do some riding and I'll talk to you about this bike a little bit more.
If you want to go, you can wait until everything prepared up on the bike.
Oh, it's definitely still raining.
You have yours. Oh, come on!
So, this is Riska. There's my bottle. We thought for a bit that, well, this drive is closed to the public, but because we're special, we get to go up by ourselves. But yeah, we did think that we're going to do a big old pedal up to this awful weathered climb. It's a bit grim, isn't it? But yeah, no. Luckily, our lovely guys at YMCB managed to sweet talk us up. But yeah, here's the bike. Still wet. Yeah, we'll do some runs in a sec, and I'll talk to you about the bike. Luckily, yesterday we did a bit of a dry ride, so I've already got some good ideas of what this bike's all about. So I'll attempt to talk you through the bike as we slip and slide down the hill again. All right, let's see when we drop in. Really good opportunity to talk about climbing, and the rear end on this bike is absolutely outstanding. Like, it's got a DHR2 on the rear, which is like generally quite a draggy tyre, but there's so little pedal bob, so the bike is feeling mega efficient and it makes light work of horrible climbs. Oh, first trail.
Alright, here we are! First drop in!
I do my best to keep the lens clear, but as you can see, there is just no weather, or it's all of the weather at once. So like this bike, not only climbs bloody lovely, but when you're doing this kind of traversy stuff where you want to pedal a little bit, you've got like a ton of acceleration just on the pedals. Oh, that's frightening. It's so slick. This bike is a little bit longer than before, so you've got more stability when things get quick. Whoop, bit slacker, like it's the classic kind of thing, and it means good things for the Jeffsy. Whoop, tight. Gross. thought riding in such horrific weather would be such good fun. But yeah, let's talk about suspension kinematic again. YT's done a fantastic job of putting in all that small bump compliance. Yeah, there's good bottom out resistance. And there's just a ton of grip thanks to that small bump compliance. Yeah, in the corners, it just hangs on. It's a comfortable bike to ride. This one's getting a bit spicy up here. Oh. Yeah, take it slow. Let's not fall off today. But yeah, as a trail bike, with 145 mil of travel, feels spot on.
Yeah, boy. Yo! It's a good one. Good one.
Alright, do it again. Oh. Oh shit, okay, let's look where I'm going first. Yeah, sections like that where you just need to put some pedal strokes in. Oh. Where the bike really picks up and gives you some good acceleration. It's just really happy to be pedalled about, even though my legs are on fire. So apparently we're doing something a little bit steeper now, and yeah, hopefully this front end will feel real nice. These routes are just in such sweet spots, like that. So yeah, front end felt great down there, super easy to go. Oh, that's bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, this bike's an awful lot of fun. Like, I was riding yesterday thinking, it's quite a safe bike, and I would say, yeah, it's still a safe bike, but it gives you quite a lot back in return. This does. Oh, bloody hell. It's an awful lot of fun for what travel you've got here. Really easy to keep speed going. Easy to keep momentum flowing. I love it. Oh man. I'm not prepared for upper, but again, yeah, that pedaling. Real impressive. Yeah. Oh, straight onto a route. And we're clipped in. Oh, Risker. Very sorry I drove home having forgotten to outro this video, but yeah, what a way to end a ride, especially such a wet one. That was something. But yeah, the Jeffsy, interesting bike. It's proper cool, and I think it's one that will appeal to a vast range of people. So the absolute gem of that bike is its rear end and its suspension platform. When pedaling, it is solid, it's not moving, which means that it's super efficient when you're pedaling, and it feels like a shorter travel bike when you are putting the power down out of corners. It's just got a lot to give with just a little bit of effort put into those pedals. But it's a platform that opens up and swallows up chunky stuff, which is excellent for the bike of its type. And it makes its 145mm suspension feel a lot more than it actually is, because it's nice and progressive. And then because of that progression, it just rewards you with a fun-loving, just a rowdy ride that you can push as hard as you want or dial back as little as you want. You can hop it around. It's a playful little beast. And of course, on top of all that, that's planted within a very well picked and well sorted geometry. So, you know, the seat tube angle isn't the steepest around, it's not the slackest around, but it places weight in a place on the bike that's nice and comfortable. The reach it's a solid number, 475 on that bike. You know, it's a roomy cockpit that gives you plenty of space to move forwards and back on the bike, and it puts the front wheel far enough ahead of you so you've got a lot of support to play with when you're doing steeper stuff. Same goes for that head angle. They're safe numbers, but that's a great thing for this bike. You know, YT hasn't gone crazy and gone like Geometron level of crazy geometries, but all of the figures that they've picked are ones that work incredibly well, and all of that together means that the Jeffsy is just an incredibly well-rounded bike. It can go up super comfortably and it can go down just as comfortably, but with a lot more speed. So that is the first ride review of the YT Jeffsy Gen 3. We should be getting one in for review, so watch this space. But for a more in-depth first ride review, head over to www.off-road.cc, where we'll have a written version up for you. As always, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.